Hello everyone, on this video we are going to learn how to do this animation. Alright, so it's not like how you think. If you think this is too easy as beginner, you're wrong because this is going to get complicated. There are a lot to do here and let me break down step by step. So there are three total of number of circles here. So the first circle will be right here. This is the first one, and whatever the crane carries, that will be the second one, and the third one is the drop circle. The ball that drops is the third one. So here this is the first one, and this is not the first one, that's the second one, and when the ball gets dropped, this is the third one. So it all changes, and we'll see how to do this. Here I have added physics so that the ball bounces into this basket. Now, it's a really good idea to study all of these or to do things like this at first before you get into character animation, so that if you can do something like this and first train yourself, then all of this knowledge you can apply into your character animations. Right now, I want you to talk about this plugin. It is the round corners plugin. So that's so helpful to make something round cornered. Without that, it is so difficult to do in Moho. You can, but it's going to be difficult. So now you have to take this tool, the curvature tool. Even then, if you select that point, yeah, even when you click drag, as you can see, it creates something like this, but that's not the round corner we want, right? And you can try to do something else with this, that is adding one point here, another point here. Now you can try to select this point, and then I'm just going to click drag it so that it becomes like a round corner. Then I can select it. Another thing, while I click drag on it, notice how everything else is changing. That is because this handle for some reason is too long, so I'll select that handle and keep it straight, and I should have done it in a different way. But anyway, now when I click drag, it don't affect those much, and now when I let it go, so here as you can see, I have made it round cornered, but it's not at all near perfection. So adding that add-on is the best option. I'll tell you how to add it in a while, but before that, let's start to create a new Mo box, and then it's easier selecting this corner, right? Selecting that point. Now you get that tool. While it is selected, it is highlighted a bit. Now just click drag anywhere. You can make that part round cornered, or let's say you want to select this as well as that. Now take this round corner and then click drag. You can do something like this. So these two are the files that you need to copy. I will leave these two in the description. You can download them, and then you have to open your Moho project folder. Right now I have set it into my D drive, and if you don't have this project folder set, it will be somewhere else on your computer, or let's say you have not set it so far. You just have to go to edit preferences. Now while you're here, it says custom content folder, so press on this and give your own content folder. Choose a place, maybe on the C drive or the D drive, it's all up to you. Once you have created, go inside that custom folder. In my case it is here. Now open scripts, and while you're inside script, open tools, and you just have to copy these two and just paste it right here, and then see if it's loaded here. If not, restart Moho and this will be here. I'm going to do this on a new document. So let's create the flow first. So I'll select that shape and create a solid flow. If you don't want to design this, you can download this exact same file without any animation done. So all you have to do is just download this and start to do the animation with me. If you don't like to do the drawing, let's create some circles here. I'm going to keep all of this in the same color, so it's so simple for all of you to do it simply. So circle there, control C, control V to copy it. Maybe I'll just keep one here like that, and control C, control V, and then I'm just going to paste one more here. So I'll quickly fast forward the video now. Alright, so I have done this much. I also selected all of those and made it much bigger. I'll also select this one and keep it right here because this is the one that I'm going to carry and drop it into the basket. Alright, now let's go ahead and create that basket. Notice how I'm doing all of this into a single layer. That is because if I want to put them into separate layers later, I can do that easily. So now I don't have to worry about that. Now let's grab this one, okay, this one, and then click drag to create a basket like this. Maybe a shorter one is good, something like this. Now let's click drag and create one more. exactly right here like this. Alright, so once you're done, you just get that select shape tool, select the one on the top and press subtract, and this is what you get. After that, press merge so that it really merges into the shape, and now all of these points are selectable and movable. Now let's select only the points at the bottom and take that round corner and then click drag and create that round corner one. I'm going to do something like this, and maybe if I drop the ball right here, maybe here, then it is going to swing like this, go up and down, so it creates an awesome cool animation, I guess. So I just put this to the down a little bit, and I change the color of all the shapes a bit and also the color of the floor. Now I will create one more. This is the one that I'm going to create all the crane items. So let's start with let's say only a stroke, and then click drag to create that, maybe a smaller crane, not so big. This is cool. Okay, like this is good for me. Maybe to make things more interesting, I am going to get that grid tool, and I think horizontally I'm good. Maybe vertically I will add like 10 and see how it goes. Yeah, this looks good. So I'll just create something like this. Alright, now for the top, I would like to create a simple box. This box can have a fill, no need a stroke. It's all up to you. Now we are not going to worry about designing, okay? Keep in mind, this is not about designing. This is about learning how to do this animation. So don't try to perfect your designing. If you spend more time in designing, then you can't learn to do the animation properly. Now it's a good idea to create the handles, all of those into a separate layer. So let's create a new vector layer. Okay, these are all going to be my handles. So while that is selected, first let's put all into this, then separate later. I think that is going to be the best idea. So I'm just going to click drag to create a handle. I think this is going to be a lot bigger, maybe something like this. This is the let's divide this into two handles, so one there and one here, so that it is going to be good. All right, so once you have created something like this, then remember, most importantly, you are going to round this corner. So while those 2 points are selected, while the round corner is selected, don't overdo, just do it until these two red dots touch, something like this. Yeah, something like that, and let it go. Now this should look like it's a perfect circle. Now while all of these points are selected, you have to copy paste. So Control C, Control V. Now take this copy, and I want you to flip this copy. See, this is the one, horizontally flip, press that, and take these two dots and put it on top of the other two dots. So zoom in. When you're doing this, bring it right there and let it go. Now as you can see, it's a full circle. When you see a full circle, the best part about this is, especially for character animation too, if you can create for the limbs, for the leg or for the hand like this, something circle like this, then when you get that origin, okay, when you move this origin exactly to the center, okay, so better to zoom in and then look here. So this line should stay on this point, this line should stay on that point. I think it's all okay now. Now when you do that rotation, no matter how much you rotate, and let's say I rotated here and let it go, now look at how smooth that curve is, really nice. So no matter in which direction you rotate, and remember, I just have to put it there. Anyway, you got the idea how to do this. Now I think this handle is fairly good. Also, one more thing that I'm going to do is maybe make these 2 points a lot thinner. So what we can do is we can select that point and try to click drag, but if try not to mess here, just click drag it downwards. Alright, so see, when I now click drag, it creates a handle like this. It's not click allowing me to, move that point. So on a situation like this, you just move here and remember to disable the show handles. Now when you click drag, it's not going to bother us. Also here it's totally fine. So also one more thing I'm just going to do is take this guide and one click on this point. So it creates a nice line so that I can easily select that point. While that point is selected, I can do this. So as the other point, I'll select and do that. Alright, so now I have something like this. I'm also going to delete that guide layer, and let's select all of this. Control C, Control V. Now remember, put it to the other side and do that flip. But I'm not going to do that. Let's undo because I have some work here. to rotate this. So now let's just rotate like this and click drag and place them first. And here, no need perfection, just let's attach it maybe like right here. Like this is fine for me. Like this is fine for me. You're 10 minutes into the video. I just paused this for a while to tell you to please like this video because I have very little views, so please support me by liking this video. Now I think this is too much. This handle is way bigger. I think bigger ones are also nicer. Okay, I will keep it that way. Control C, Control V, and then put it to the side and press that flip button and do the same thing on this side as well. Okay, that's good. Now keep in mind all of these are on its own. You can put them on its own and you can create bonds and you can make that point binding, but that is going to take more time. Okay, in this case we don't have that much of time, so therefore what you do is you, while a layer is selected, just select handle. I'll start from with this one. Control X to cut it, create that new layer and press Control V. Okay, don't press Control V now because it is highlighting here, so Control V. Now select the other one. To select the other one, you just have to hold down Alt and just left click on it. Hold down Alt and left click so that it's selected. Control X to cut, create that new layer and then paste it. We just have to do it one more time because let this one stay on its own. So select those, Control X, create a new layer, Control V. Now select all of these four and assign its own color, like let's say green. Now see what happens. These are all in their individual layers. Confirm that first before you do anything else. Alright, now we have to make sure that this one, okay, and all of these are in a single group. If only then we are able to add bonds to these if they are on a single group. So while that is selected, right click on it and press group with selection, and also right click on it and press convert to bone. So that's a bone layer. I'll also change this to, let's say, orange so I don't get messed up. And this one is the flow. I'm just going to change it for a different color. Alright, let's start to add those bones. So while I'm here, alright, so okay, while I'm here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that add bone tool, and while this is selected, just make sure you are centering it properly and then create a bigger bone like this and let it go. Now keep in mind it's better that these handles are connected to this bone also. Now another important part is, see all of these layers, you better right click on them and press quick settings and make sure you enable paths for all of this. If only then you can see the path. I will have to enable one by one because it's showing for only one. So other one, two path. Okay, for all I have enabled, but there is a issue. Okay, that is if I have selected a different layer. Alright, okay, fine. It's not visible properly. See, here it's not showing the circle properly. That's a problem even though paths are enabled. What we could have done is maybe we can reduce the opacity a bit for this one as well. Double click on it and put the opacity down, and I'll do the same thing for the other two also. So the opacity works really well. I'm also going to again right click and go to quick settings, and I don't want the paths enabled. I'm just going to disable that and press apply. Now I can see that complete circle. Even on this side I can see the circle, therefore it helps me to create the bone layer properly, the placement of the bones. So this time if I'm also going to put this all the way down. So now in this one, this handle from there to here, it's is in my entire full screen. Therefore, I can easily decide, and now right now see, I can easily decide where the center is, or you can use a guideline or something, but not necessary. This is not at all important, keep in mind, because this rig is going to be a very simple rig, but I'm just telling you maybe in the future it might be useful. While that bone is selected, you just zoom in again and click drag and let it go right. See here, I should select the one on the top and try to align it a bit, because if I don't align it a bit, when I rotate the handles, it will break off. It won't be a full proper curve. It's okay, this is not going to bother me. Okay, so here, while you click drag one here, make sure that this bone at the top is selected. This bone at the top is selected. So hold down Alt and just left click on it while you have selected this bone layer, and then just select it using the bone tool. No need to left click. Now get that add bone tool, and while that is selected, zoom in as I told you fully. Then maybe from here you just click drag and let it go. Now zoom into that place fully and then click drag and let it go. Now I'll confirm this by taking that reparent tool, and I'll confirm that this bone is connected to this is connected to this, and this one is, these two are connected to this. Now let's do our binding so that when we move them, they all move properly. But before anything, select all the bones and reduce that bone strength to a very low number. Don't even keep 1%, put it to 0. It should be 0. If not, you will have problems. Now what we do is bind them properly. So get that selection tool and select that bone and hold on Alt and left click on the layer. While that layer is selected, okay, I should have taken this bind tool itself. Okay, let's take the bind tool. Now while this is selected, okay, I'll confirm it. Have I selected the correct layer? Yeah. Now just click on the bone. Now done. These two are binded together. Now hold on Alt and right click, select the other one, click here. Same thing here, same thing with this one. Yeah. And finally here for this two. So the last one, while that is selected, just click on this. Now everything is binded properly. If it's binded, then when you go to a frame, maybe here, and then select that transform bone tool, and when you click drag on this circle, everything should move fine like this. If it don't move, then you're in trouble. Try to find the problem and fix it. Another thing is, let's get that tool, select this one and do something like this and see how it goes. Not bad at all. Now the handles are working perfectly. And don't forget to put that opacity of all these back to 100%. Alright, now I have put all of these back to 100%, and here I have created animation. That's why frame 0 and this is different. See, a slight difference is there. So remember, select that bone layer and it will have some animation. If you have added, delete them because we don't need any animation now. And now let's decide to do our animation. So our animation is to move this here and grab that ball. But before anything, okay, I highly recommend to do this while you're on any other frame other than 0. Okay, I want you to take a copy of this inside this bone layer. Okay, so take a copy of this. So select that, hold on Alt and left click and click on it, Control C to copy. And inside this bone layer, let's create a new vector while we are on 0. Okay, and it is right here, Control V to paste it. Now this is that circle, okay, that I'm just going to change it to, let's say, a different color. Okay, let's put it as red. Okay, red. So I just renamed it to a circle so that we will know, because we are going to create 3 similar circles like this. And also because I copied the other one, it is found here. So grab it, okay, and do this while you're on not frame 0, while you're on any other frame. Do this because if only then we can rotate all of these handles. While you're on frame 0, you can't rotate the handles. That is why. Sit right here, somewhere on the center, find the center. So I'm just going to keep the center like this, balance like that. Now I'll hold down shift and then click drag, and this one is doesn't matter because now when you go here and try to move the handle as well, okay, move the other handle as well a little bit closer, maybe move this and see how it goes. We'll do it in a different way, maybe like this. Okay, now see it's low quality. That is because I have to go to display and switch off GPU caching. So I'll switch it off. Now it is connected. Now I think for this one also let's do the same thing and let's connect it like this. Okay, now if you go to frame 0, it will look like this. No, go to this frame itself. Okay, now select this circle. Okay, control click on it, select it, control X to cut it. No need to cut it, no need to do anything. Okay, all you have to do is copy these two, cut it, go to frame 0, and while this is selected, this layer, and paste it. Now we have put it exactly on frame 0, right? Now for this too we need a bone, so select that layer and add a bone. Okay, select that layer, but before that make sure that this bone is selected. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that bone is selected. Now I'll click drag a simple bone here. Now you need to bind these two, and whenever you create a new bone, don't forget about that bone strength, put it to 0. It's going to create some mess if not. Now let's get that bind tool. While that layer is selected, get the bind tool and click on the bone to bind it properly. Now just to be sure, remove all of these keyframes and move it to like 18 and select that bone on the top, click drag and see everything else is moving. See, now I'm able to do this, do that, and whatever I do, the ball also, the circle also will be moving with the crane. So that is why I gave the name for it as carry circle. Don't forget, delete all of these keyframes and go to 0. Now it's so simple. You have to create the animation and you need to match this circle with that circle. That is why I copied this circle to be here, because they should be the same size. If not, we can mess this up. So let's say the crane is right here maybe. Okay, maybe while on frame 1. Okay, while on frame 1 it should be here. Okay, we can create a loop too, but that's a bit advanced. It's okay. No need to create that loop. Maybe it can be here. And now put it to like 18 and move this. Move the entire thing like this. And now play and see how it goes. Is it too fast? Yeah, for me it's fast. So I'm going to put it 30 and yeah, that's not bad. So while I'm at 30, I'm just going to move this. Not at 30, remember, it should stay for a while. It should move here and stay for a while. So that staying gap can be maybe here. Now, remember to press Control F. Okay. So it created some additional keyframes. This one also no need. This one also no need. This one also no need. See, now it won't move. Okay. For this much. For in between this, it's not going to move anywhere. Now put it all the way down like this. See, it just moves here, and then between here nothing happens, then it moves down. So I will have to now do this very closely. I'll have to put it down and down and down. And also now the problem is you have to select that layer, double click and put that opacity for a very low number like that and press OK. Now again go back, select it, and then now it's a lot easy for us to match. So I'll put this all the way down and then zoom in, maybe right there, and then I'll try to match it as much as I can. I think we are close. Yeah, see, a little bit of off there, maybe we can do that. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it, okay? You can spend some time to fix it, but for me it's ultra perfect. Okay, none of this is going to be noticeable too, so that's why. All right, so and notice how very quickly it's coming down. So let's put this far away, and that's fine for me. Remember to put that opacity back to 100%. All right, now it should stay from there to here for a while, and then the handles should close. So now there's a problem. If you straight away go to the handles and when you do this, right? Let's say you're doing this and that, maybe putting this here. Now, see, between here to here, there is no pauses. That means the handle is going to close from here. See, it is starting to get closed. See, starting to close, closing, it's closing, it's closing, it's closing, and this is not right. So I'm going to just undo all of this back to wherever it was. Alright, now to create that pause, okay, so I'm just going to maybe while we are here, let's select all of these handles. While that is selected, while this is selected, press Ctrl F. While this is selected, press Ctrl F. This Ctrl F, that Ctrl F. Now we have created a pause, and then maybe when it reaches to 54, we can do all the animation like this, maybe little bit move, little bit, and then this one a lot more. It's up to you, but I'm just going to do this, do that, do this, one more. Okay, perfect. Yeah, nice. Now see what happens when it comes here. It just closes it, and then I just have to confirm how it goes. Yeah, maybe it's too fast, so let's put it right there. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Okay. It should stay for a while. It is not staying for too long. So while the main layer is selected, find out where it stays. No, for me, as soon as it reaches here, it is closing, so I want it to wait. So I'm just going to select all this bone layer with the select tool, and these ones I'm going to pull it out, okay? Because these ones for all, the animation for all of this except for this one at the bottom is shown on the red channel. So if you can select them and if you can move them, you can create that nice pause there. Okay, something like it just pauses for a while and then closes. See, pause, close. So that's how I was able to pull this off. Now don't select one by one and do it, because it will get pretty much messed up. Just keep this in mind. Alright, so let's check the whole thing how it goes. I just want to see if that waiting time is enough. I feel like maybe it can wait a bit more so that it will be more better. So too much waiting time. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Okay, so this is the exact moment where it's holding. So as soon as it's holding it, okay, we are going to make this reveal. Okay, make this reveal so it will look like it is carrying it. So you can see we'll do that later. Okay, but for now, while we are here, exactly while it's holding it, okay, let's create a circle and let's hide the circle. That means all of this part, the circle on the ground will be visible until it passes. After it passes this area, the circle will be totally hidden. So to do this, you have to take one more copy of this, because at the moment, do I have a circle? Yeah, I have already. So this circle, I'm just going to also change this to that same color. And yeah, I'm also going to change its color because for most of you it will get confused. Later, let's put the same color for all the circles, but for now, I'm keeping them separate. So for your easiness, so it will be a lot easy for you. So it's so simple to do this. So this layer anywhere, okay, anywhere you just right click and go to quick settings and make sure that this layer is not visible and then press apply. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, the whole layer, every other shape is on this, so I should have done it on a separate one. All right, fine, let me do that on a separate one. So let's select this. Okay, while it is selected, cut and create that new vector layer and paste it. So this is the one that is going to be the red. All right, now yeah, somewhere here, as soon as it's holding it right now, that circle should get hidden. So I click on it, go to quick settings, and visibility, switch it off, visibility, and then that's it. Now as you can see that it's going to reach here, and then as soon as it's holding it, it's going to get invisible. If you want to control this, of course you can click drag this and put it to wherever you want, but keep in mind the red means nothing is there. It's not visible, it's not going to be visible. So that's what this means. Also look at this eye icon indicating the layer visibility. Now for the circle here, that one I'm going to select it, and I'm also going to increase back that opacity to 100. Okay, now until it reaches down here, it should not be visible, right? So this can be easily done, don't worry. All we are doing is, later you fix this, but for now let's say we will do this on 18. So for this one, for this circle, it should not be visible because the crane is just moving. The crane didn't still carry the ball, so the ball should not be visible right now. So let's make it happen right now. While the crane moves from there to here, it should not be visible, no? So what we can do is we can right click on it, go to that quick settings and switch this off. So as you can see, not visible. Okay, now we can decide the place where it should be visible, but remember to put this all the way to the frame 1. Now decide that exact place where it should become visible is right here. Now again I'll right click and go to that quick settings because this is the place where we want that to be visible. See, the other layer, purple layer, is getting hidden and this layer is coming into visibility, and when we press apply, see, the purple is the one that is on the ground now. This is not visible anymore. So as soon as it touches, it is switching on, or it's revealing itself to be that. Now we can carry it and decided to put it here. So now you can go back to this layer and handle that cranes. So it should hold, right? See, all of the correct bone layers, all of the correct bones are selected. That means all of these layers are belongs to that bone. So what I can do is I can copy this one to here as well. So, or this one, let's copy this one itself. Copy that to be here. So in between nothing will happen. So it should hold for a while, and then it should also stay for a while. Okay, until here. So you have to select the other bone, which is going to be this. Okay, and now yeah, it just stays for a while, holding stays for a while, and then it can go up again. See, this time it's carrying the ball. I'm just going to see if it works properly. No, something got messed up, so undo everything, hold it, and for this right here, while that is selected, I'm just going to press Ctrl F for safety. So now I can make it go up. See? Right. Now it can go there. Is it too fast? See, grab. As soon as it grabs, it is going up. So I want it to stay for a while. So what is making it not stay for a while is this. So what I can do is copy these keyframes, copy and paste it right here. So copying it again, Control C, Control V, Control C, and Control V. Alright, so now in between nothing won't happen, but I want to increase this duration. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, not bad. It's holding and staying for a while, going up. This one, I would like to take its time to go up. Okay, I'll also extend all of this. Now here it should stay for a while. Again, while that is selected, press Ctrl F. Now maybe at 132 it should go here, maybe here. So I'm just going to planning to drop the circle interestingly there to create that nice animation. Maybe I can drop it in the corner. That's really cool. And now we'll see how it goes. Yeah, that's awesome. So from the beginning, I would like to play the whole thing and see how it goes. It just carries it, go here, very nice. Now the drop. So it should go here and stay for a while. And then remember Control F, staying for a while. Now select all those bones. This one, now press Control F for that too, because we are planning it to stay for a while, right? So now press Control F. Keyframes are created for those four bones. Now during this short time you can make it open. So select one first and then open it like this. The other one also. I'm going to open that to this too, like that. Yeah, that's unnecessary, too much opening, but that's fine, I guess. It's okay. Yeah, it's too fast, so let's select all those keyframes. In this case now, if I do this, okay, only this this handle is going to get delayed. See? But if you are holding this means this keyframe means under this keyframe all the keyframes of all of these bones are there. That is why this is called the universal keyframe for everything. That's the gray channel. So you can select the gray channel and expand it, or else you can use the red channel, but what you do is you have to manually select them like this. Now if you hold this and put it to the side, that means all four you are controlling at the same time. See? Yeah, I think that's fine. It's opening for a while. It's too slow. That's fine. I want it to be slow. Okay, now we have to do that third switch. So as soon as it releases, okay, maybe we will quickly release it. Okay, because I don't want the ball to touch the handles. That's why quick release. All right, all right, all right. Maybe now, yeah. Now we want to create that switch. Not now. Right here. Okay, I want to create that switch as soon as it releases. So now you have to think of getting this, copy that circle. So select that circle. So I'm just going to alt right click to select that circle, which is this one. Copy it, and this one I'm thinking I will do this on a new layer at the top. Okay, new layer at the top, and Control V to paste it. Selecting it, Control V to paste it, and now we will just position it. It's okay. I can easily do it. I can enable a keyframe for this circle and then paste it on frame 0 for this can be done, but no need. I'm just going to do it like this. Okay, right. Now I'm just going to copy this one, cut it, and going into that frame 0 and pasting it, because let it be there. Alright, so now when it drops, as soon as it opens, I think right now, let's also hide this because I want to hide this one. Okay, I want to hide this one. So we have to create a hide one for that. And I'm also seeing that it has a keyframe created for some reason. Let's delete that keyframe. We don't want that for that. Okay, so see, unwanted keyframes sometimes get created accidentally. So now what you do is go back to that quick settings and just put this off, because we are going to switch this off. So I'm just going to overall see what happens, carrying it, moving here, and then as soon as it releases, that one get hidden and the new one should pop, which is this one. Okay, so now let's focus only on a few things, that is this cup and maybe this flow. Only these three I would like to focus. So now don't worry about everything else, just focus only on these three. Okay, so now I want to get all those three into a one single group. So I'll get this, that, and this to a one single group. So to do that, you have to take, yeah, this is alone. Okay, fine. So now all I have to do is select this one, cut it, and on a new layer right here, I'm just going to paste it. Okay, so this one I'm also going to rename. So I just typed basket, putting it below, okay, in the correct order. And this one, let's just type as fall, because it's going to fall down. And this one, I'm also selecting this, cutting it, and creating a new layer here, pasting on that new layer. And this one, I'm just going to say ground. ground, basket, and fall. So these three you put it into a group because it's very important. So right click, group with selection. I'm also going to rename this group as well. I'm just going to put physics. Okay, this is the physics group. So now you double click the group, and to enable physics in Moho, all the layers that should interact in physics with physics, you have to put in a group and make sure the group settings, it says physics and enable physics animated. Okay, and then press OK. Now since physics is enabled, now when you press play, all those three inside this group is going to fall down. Okay, and also if you select each of those, you can clearly see the keyframes that are creating for those. As see, it's still falling. If I play, pause, and play, pause, it's still falling down and down and down. See, it's right here. See how far it has fallen. Okay, it has fallen too far, right? If I go back, you can see it's coming up, 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 and all the way here. See, it's falling. So see what happens? All of these keyframes are generating on the go while I press play. That's really cool, no? So let's go to that frame 0, and what we will do is we will make sure that this one doesn't have physics. It should stay still, so as the basket. So double click on the ground, go to physics, and press non-moving object so that it won't move. So as the basket should turn into a non-moving object. Alright, now all we have to do is just press play, and this is what happens. Really cool, very interesting. So this is what happens. So now what we are going to do is, see, the animation for the ball is fully let it record. It's recording, moving, and okay, one more thing. See, it's here, it's the problem. So what I will do is I'll also select that fall and see, yeah, it's here, and there is the limit. So I'll just, for now, I'll just type here 1000 and then start from the beginning. I think I don't have to start from the beginning. Also, I'll go all the way to 0 and then just start from the beginning until this completely stops, and that's it. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take this fall, cut it, and put it to a new layer, or the best part is drag this and put it out of that physics group. Okay, because that way it is no longer in the physics group and all of the keyframes of it is permanently applied for the circle. Okay, if not, it's harder to create the timing. Okay, because I can't select these keyframes and move it back and forth. That's why once you are done with the physics, put it out of that physics group, and we are done. For these ones, we don't need physics. All of these keyframes are not needed, so I'm just going to delete them, and let's put these ones out of the physics group as well, and select that group and delete it. Now, yeah, these ones don't have any keyframe. Also double click and see that physics is not there. So now when you press play, this is what we get. Now this ball that falls in the wrong timing, but we can easily handle the timing because all of these are selectable and movable. So what I will do is I will make sure to go here and then click. Maybe I'll start it from here, and then I will start from here and then click drag. I'll also hold down shift and select the remaining ones just like that. So once you have selected them, you just have to click drag and put it to the correct place. Look how it goes nicely in reverse. Alright, so see where it's dropping. Zoom in, find out that exact frame is right there. Now move this all the way to that frame. Okay, see here, I have to do a little bit of adjustment there. Okay, and yeah, all fine. See, it's just moving because 0 here, 0 also have a keyframes to here. It just moves a little bit, but don't worry, all good. All we have to do is hide it in the first part. All of these parts should be hidden. So you know what to do that fall. So right click on that fall and go to quick settings and visibility, switch it off. Now the opposite happens, right? The opposite happened. It's okay, just put it right here all the way to frame 1, and then when it's here again right click on it, again go to quick settings and enable that visibility. Now perfect. Alright, nothing's noticeable, everything seems to be cool, and I'm just going to see the full animation which ends almost here. That's too much of work. Alright, somewhere here I'm just going to end it in 303. Okay, not 303, it should be somewhere. Okay, here is fine. Here is 303. Yeah, it's correct. Good. Now just export this as a video and see. But yeah, one more thing I forgot, that is in this crane, what we are going to do is we are going to add one more to this layer. So while this is selected, you add, go to frame 0, right? Add a new shape this time, which I didn't add earlier. I'm also going to add this because I think it's cool. And this time I'm going to put this one to 10, other one to 2. So now I get something like this. Interesting. All right. So let's click drag there and leave it here. And I'm also going to do this. Also, of course, we need to put it to the back. So select it with the selection tool while you're on frame 0. While it is selected, press that down arrow key to put it to the back, and we have done it. Alright, now as you can see, I have animation like this, but of course the color of this one, let's change it back. So select it with that selection tool while you're on frame 0, and you be this exact color. Now we'll see how it goes, and perfect. Okay, so this is how it works. Now it's time to render. To do the rendering, you go to file and you go to export animation. So this is where you choose a place to save. So I have put it inside a new folder on my desktop and give a name. Let all of these be default, and most of these settings are very good. Now let's press OK, and it's going to do the rendering. See it, the CPU 1, 2, 3. If you have more CPUs than this, all of those are going to work simultaneously to do this rendering. Okay, a bit more left. Okay, here's that folder. I'm just going to open this and we'll see how it works. So it's just carrying it, moves to the side and drops it. So one thing I noticed is that at the very beginning, the crane's handles are not so good because it's so stretched. See, it's stretched and moving. That doesn't look more like a crane. So that's bad. But here and all, it's fine. While it's dropped after dropping, also fine. See, my first move should look like this, but that's totally fine. You can fix it later. And now if you want to, you can continue this, maybe drop another ball, and let's say at least 3 balls. I think that's too much of work, but it's all up to you. I will leave it up to you. So whatever you do with this, so whatever you do, whatever you come up with, let's say you have done maybe this exact same thing, just upload it on your Instagram and you can tag me at Aftal Hassan, and then I will be able to see all your works there. So on the next video, we will talk about more advanced physics and everything other things that you can do with physics.